Get ready for the next big thing. A brand new episode of The Bear has dropped, and it is absolutely explosive. We are talking about Ebon Moss-Bachrach and Jon Bernthal in a surprise prequel episode called Gary. This hour-long flashback takes Richie and Mikey on a work trip to Gary, Indiana, and it is set to give us crucial insight into their complicated relationship and Mikey's mental state before everything explodes in the main series. This is a deep dive into the foundation of this incredible story, and you do not want to miss this emotional context.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we break down exactly what you need to know about this surprise episode, Gary, as it hits Hulu. We are diving into the details of how this prequel episode features Richie and Mikey taking that journey to Gary, Indiana, and exploring the layers of Mikey's mind that we haven't seen before. We'll cover everything from the co-writing with Christopher Storer to the unexpected journey they take, uncovering the history behind the friendship that defines the Bear. Now, we look at the full scope of this surprise prequel episode of The Bear. This special, titled Gary, takes us away from the intense kitchen drama to focus on the relationship between Richie and Mikey as they navigate a road trip, dealing with pressure and facing personal turmoil. We're exploring the suspense as they try to complete a job, the unexpected moments of camaraderie, and the hints of deeper emotional struggles that set the stage for what comes next in the series. And finally, we look at why this surprise episode is such a powerful reminder of when the Bear was at its absolute best. Ebon Moss-Bachrach and Jon Bernthal's performances are incredible, and this standalone episode proves that the chemistry between the two stars is just phenomenal. Don't forget to search for Gary on Hulu now, because this is essential viewing, and make sure you are tuned in for the upcoming 5th season release this summer. Stay with us. FX and Hulu have released a surprise prequel episode of the acclaimed restaurant drama series, The Bear, titled Gary. The 1-hour episode serves as a flashback, focusing on characters Richie and Mikey, portrayed by Ebon Moss-Bachrach and Jon Bernthal, respectively. This installment takes place before the main series events, detailing a work trip Richie and Mikey take to Gary, Indiana. According to the official description, the episode delves into the two friends' complicated relationship, exploring new facets of Mikey's mental state and providing crucial context on the character of Richie as first introduced in Season 1, thereby reframing their narrative from the outset. Jon Bernthal and Ebon Moss-Bachrach co-wrote the episode, and Christopher Storer directed the production. Moss-Bachrach promoted the episode on Instagram, calling it Cousins, Primos, Cugini. Get ready for Gary, and expressing excitement about the adventure. He noted that the episode will be available on Hulu under the title Gary, advising viewers to search for that title rather than within the Bear's catalog. Bernthal echoed the excitement on Instagram, stating the new episode slaps and confirming its availability on Hulu. The Bear has also been renewed for a 5th season following the premiere of Season 4 in June 2025. The series is part of the Disney ecosystem, which owns channel YouTube, FX, and Hulu. FX has dropped a surprise episode of The Bear, titled Gary, on Hulu, serving as an appetizer ahead of the highly anticipated 5th and likely final season. The episode features Richie, played by Ebon Moss-Bachrach, and Mikey, portrayed by Jon Bernthal, as they embark on a work trip to Gary, Indiana. According to the official description, this installment delves into new layers of Mikey's mental state, while offering crucial insight into the man Richie was when audiences first met him in Season 1, adding emotional context that reframes their narrative from the outset. The episode was co-written by Moss-Bachrach and Bernthal, with Christopher Storer directing. It is important to note that Gary is not part of the upcoming Season 5, which is slated for release in June. The episode is available on Hulu under its own title, so viewers can search for Gary to find it. Hulu has surprised fans of the acclaimed comedy drama, The Bear, with a one-off prequel episode titled Gary, released ahead of the 5th season premiere. This hour-long special delves into the lives of fan-favorite Richie Jaramovich, portrayed by Ebon Moss-Bachrach, and his best friend Mikey Burzatto, played by Jon Bernthal, the deceased brother of the show's lead character, Carmy, Jeremy Allen White. Set several years before the main events of The Bear, the episode shifts focus away from the high-intensity kitchen drama to explore the evolving relationship and mental state of these two old friends. The standalone episode was co-written by Moss-Bachrach and Bernthal and directed by Christopher Storer, the series creator. Moss-Bachrach expressed excitement on Instagram, calling the creation of the episode a dream come true. Gary begins with Richie and Mikey embarking on a road trip to deliver an unknown item for their Uncle Jimmy, Oliver Platt. While Richie views the trip as a chance to prove himself, the journey quickly takes a turn, revealing deeper fissures in their friendship. The narrative unfolds as the pals engage in lighthearted tomfoolery, including driving around, eating hot dogs, playing basketball, and ultimately getting drunk at a local bar. This seemingly harmless adventure is layered with suspense, heightened by the fact that Richie's wife, Tiffany, Jillian Jacobs, is entering labor back home, all while they still need to complete the original job that brought them to Indiana. Without revealing major spoilers, the episode concludes in the present day, offering crucial insight into the characters' emotional landscapes leading up to Richie's introduction in Season 1. Gary is currently streaming on Hulu, and fans are encouraged to watch it for a deeper understanding of the characters ahead of the highly anticipated Season 5 release this summer. FX's hit series The Bear surprised audiences with a standalone episode titled Gary on Tuesday, offering a nostalgic look at the show's earlier tone. The hour-long two-hander, set before the events of the series premiere, arrived with minimal advance notice, prompting actor Ebon Moss-Bachrach to direct fans to search for it on Hulu. Co-written by Moss-Bachrach and Jon Bernthal, who portray Richie and Mikey, the episode was strategically timed to capitalize on Tony nominations for both actors, who are also starring in the Broadway production of Dog Day Afternoon. While the play itself did not achieve significant Tony recognition, the episode serves as a strong reminder of the chemistry between the duo, who have previously shared screen time in The Punisher, showcasing their ability to connect naturally without heavy plot exposition. The narrative begins with Richie, Moss-Bachrach, taking his pregnant wife, Tiff, Jillian Jacobs, on an errand with Mikey Bernthal to Gary, Indiana, an hour away. The setup includes a potential Pulp Fiction-style element with Richie placing a handgun in the car's glove box. A ticking clock is introduced by Tiff, who insists Richie must be home by 5:15 due to her fears about impending motherhood. However, the urgency dissipates upon their arrival in Gary. The episode shifts tone abruptly, starting with the energetic music of Yes, Heart of the Sunrise, before settling into mellow reggae as Richie selects music. Once they arrive, they are given several hours to kill, leading to an exploration of the characters' internal states rather than external conflict. This approach highlights a shift in The Bear, moving away from the intense focus on Carmy's culinary struggles toward deeper character exploration. The episode features Richie and Mikey engaging in typical male activities, including fast food stops and basketball games. As the hours pass, the men begin to get high, and their underlying unhappiness surfaces. Richie suggests a detour to a bar, where Mikey is drawn into an interaction with Sherry, Marin Ireland, a redhead Richie knows well. This encounter fosters an instant, intense bond between Mikey and Sherry, where Sherry acts as a crucial sounding board for Mikey, providing the compassion needed for him to drop his guard. The scenes between Ireland and Bernthal are noted as some of The Bear's quietest and most intense moments, conveying a complex, untold past for Mikey. Gary functions effectively as a self-contained piece, deliberately stepping away from the immediate tension of Carmy's kitchen drama. Though it hints at future developments, including suggestive imagery like a burning field, the episode succeeds on its own merits, relying on the rich performances of Moss-Bachrach and Bernthal to deliver a compelling, albeit leisurely, character study.